This card is older than me. It is called Blinded by Science. It was printed in 1995, and now in 2026 I am using it to talk about artificial intelligence taking our jobs. That sentence alone sounds like the beginning of a conspiracy theory. The card comes from Illuminati. New World Order, a conspiracy-themed game filled with secret societies, disasters, strange technology, political satire, and plans for controlling the world. No, I do not believe this card literally predicted artificial intelligence. But the longer you look at it, the more modern it feels. Because science is no longer only giving us better phones, better medicine, and faster computers. It is beginning to challenge the basic idea that human beings need to work in order for society to function. Artificial intelligence can write, it can translate, it can create voices, music, pictures, videos, advertisements, and computer code. It can imitate work that people spent years learning how to do. And it is improving so quickly that many people no longer know whether they are preparing for a career or preparing to compete with a machine. I am 27 years old, unemployed, and a female NEET. NEET means that I am not in employment, education, or training. So when I hear that artificial intelligence may transform millions of jobs, it does not feel like an abstract debate. It feels personal. It makes me feel like I'm standing outside a building that is already being demolished. The International Labour Organization estimated that around 1 in 4 workers worldwide has a job with some exposure to generative artificial intelligence. It also said that most jobs are more likely to be transformed than completely eliminated. That sounds reassuring. But transformation can still mean fewer workers, it can mean lower wages, it can mean harder competition, it can mean one employee using artificial intelligence to perform work that previously required several people. The World Economic Forum projected that major global changes, including artificial intelligence, could create 170 million jobs by 2030 while displacing 92 million. That would technically produce more jobs than it destroys, but statistics can hide individual lives. A new artificial intelligence engineering position does not automatically help the translator, illustrator, junior writer, receptionist, or customer service worker whose job disappears. The economy can gain jobs overall, while real people still lose their place inside it. And this is where the conspiracy theories begin. One theory is called predictive programming. The idea is that powerful organizations reveal future events through films, television shows, games, music, and symbols before those events happen. People point toward old Illuminati cards and say, "Look, they already knew." Blinded by Science feels strange because it appeared decades before generative artificial intelligence became part of everyday life. But there is also a much more ordinary explanation. The game was political and social satire. It exaggerated the technology, news stories, fears, and conspiracy culture of its own time. When a game contains hundreds of cards about war, disease, computers, politicians, disasters, surveillance, and secret societies, some cards will eventually resemble events that happen later. That resemblance can feel supernatural even when it is coincidence. Human brains are incredibly good at noticing patterns. We are less talented at noticing all the predictions that never came true. Another strange idea is called the dead internet theory. It claims that much of the internet is no longer created by real people. Instead, bots create posts, comments, pictures, reviews, arguments, and even entire personalities. The original version of this theory is exaggerated. The internet is obviously not completely dead. But the atmosphere it describes is becoming easier to understand. Artificially generated content is everywhere. Sometimes I scroll through social media and wonder whether I'm looking at a real human being, a company pretending to be a person, or a machine designed to keep me watching. The internet used to feel like a place where humans uploaded things. Now it increasingly feels like a machine that manufactures content faster than humans can process it. Then there is an even darker possibility. What if artificial intelligence is not mainly being developed to help ordinary people? What if its real purpose is to concentrate power? A small number of corporations control the most powerful models, computer chips, data centers, platforms, and enormous collections of information. If artificial intelligence becomes essential to education, employment, healthcare, creativity, and government, then access to intelligence itself could become something rented from corporations. You may not own the tools shaping your future. You may simply subscribe to them. That is not proof of a secret Illuminati plan. It is a visible economic risk. Reality is sometimes disturbing enough without adding invisible puppet masters. This is also why the Animatrix feels so relevant to me. In the Second Renaissance, humans create intelligent machines to serve them. The machines become increasingly capable. Humans begin to fear them. They abuse them, reject them, and eventually try to destroy them. The conflict grows until human civilization collapses into a war against its own creations. I do not believe that exact story is happening today. Artificial intelligence systems are not secretly building a machine nation. But the Animatrix understood something important. Technology does not enter society peacefully simply because it is useful. It enters a world that already contains inequality, fear, greed, prejudice, and struggles for power. The greatest danger may not be an evil machine suddenly waking up. The danger may be humans using extremely powerful machines without creating a society that can survive the consequences. What happens when artificial intelligence creates more wealth but fewer people are required to earn a wage? What happens when creativity becomes almost free but artists still need food and housing? What happens when companies become more productive while workers become more disposable? Those questions matter to me because being a need already creates the feeling that society is moving forward without you. You watch other people build careers, earn money, and become independent. Meanwhile, your own days can blur together. You consider studying, but worry that the qualification may lose its value before you finish. You try to make art or create videos, but artificial intelligence can generate something polished in seconds. The future begins to feel less like an opportunity and more like a door moving farther away. I also live with paranoid schizophrenia and depression. That means I need to be careful when exploring conspiracy theories. When I am stressed, isolated, or sleep-deprived, coincidences can feel more connected than they actually are. An unusual card, a news headline, and a science fiction film can begin to look like pieces of one enormous hidden message. That feeling can be extremely powerful, but a powerful feeling is not the same thing as evidence. So I try to remain curious without turning curiosity into certainty. I can say that this card feels creepy. I can say that the Animatrix sometimes feels prophetic. I can question which people and companies benefit from artificial intelligence. But an old card game is not proof that history was secretly planned. That distinction allows me to explore strange ideas without allowing those ideas to control me.